Hello guys, how are you once again? Welcome to Chapter Jiri Show. This is a show that features women who have made impact in the society, positive impact in the society. And today we are featuring Monica, a counselor, an addiction counselor. Let's get to know the journey behind addiction. I know there are so many people who are addicts and they are not aware. And addiction is a disease. Addiction is a disease, and these people have to be supported. Monica has decided to give a life to these people because we are losing powerful people. We are losing people who are so gifted in our society to alcoholism. So Monica, welcome Monica. How are you?
I'm very well, thank you.
Yes, welcome to Chapter Jiri Show.
It's a pleasure to be here. Thank you for having me.
Yeah.
So, like you said, addiction is a disease, and some people may or may not be aware that they're addicted. So to kind of shed a little light about how I ended up here, I myself is a recovering alcoholic, and the way I got to be here is because I wanted to assist people, and I figured that I have an advantage because of being in the addiction myself. It will be easy to relate to somebody who is in denial or says, no, I don't have that problem, because I can completely relate to that.
Yes,
I was in that situation. I was married and I have 2 children. And the father of our children used to tell me to stop drinking, telling me how much I should drink. But the more he told me to stop drinking, the more I found myself drinking even more. But this time now I'm hiding because I don't want him to see me drinking. So when I started the hiding, it kind of accelerated very quickly. I used to choose different times of the day when I can drink, so that when I get home, I started drinking at work. So when I get home, then I don't have a drink in front of me. However, because I'm an alcoholic, I cannot do that. When I get home, I still want to drink. So it's an obsession. My mind is completely obsessed about the drinking. So once I've crossed that line, which most people do when they cannot stop drinking, nothing else matters in my life. All I want to have is that next drink, and I will go to any lengths to get it. I have children I'm taking care of. At least I'm mindful. I make them a meal. The meal is not prepared in the best nutritious way, because then in the budget, I have to budget some of my alcohol in that. Right. So when I'm preparing a meal, I'm preparing just to prepare so that they have food, but then I also make sure that I have a drink for myself. So I used to work in a company where I carried my laptop to work, home. So in the evening when I'm coming home from work, I would remove the laptop so I can put the bottle of wine in the bag, and then carry the laptop in my hand. So when I pick my daughter from school, she's wondering, Mom, why is your laptop? I'm like, I have other documents in there, and then I keep it close to me.
Oh my God.
Yeah, so it became really a lot of work to manage my drinking, but I had no control over it, right? Every minute of the day, when I wake up in the morning, I'm thinking about how, after I drop my daughter off at school, which way I'm going to go so that I can go to the store to get the booze. Then when I get to work, I figure out where to park my car, where it's easily accessible, so that I can take quick breaks.
Yes.
Yeah, quick breaks
in between,
to go working or pretending to work, and then I go out and take a swig, and then sometimes I say, I deserve a longer break, so I sit there longer. So it started impacting the way I was performing my duties. And as a result, I got put on a performance improvement plan, which made it even worse, because now everybody's watching everything I'm doing at work. And that makes my disease even more powerful, because I have all these stresses. I say, they don't care about me, or they're looking at they're out to get me. So I'll take all these excuses to drink even more.
They hate me.
Yes.
They don't even like me.
Absolutely. Yeah. So I use all these excuses to drink. And then in the end, it got so bad that I got an alcohol withdrawal seizure. This is when I've been drinking so much, and then I decided to stop because I'm going to a certain place where I have to really behave myself. I can't have a drink. But my body still craves
For
that alcohol.
Yes.
And when I don't give it the alcohol, I went into a withdrawal seizure, alcohol withdrawal seizure. I had to be rushed to the emergency room. So I figured this is getting serious. My friend helped me to relocate from one town to another. So she figured because I'm maybe by myself, I'm lonely, if there are people to love me and stuff like that, then I will stop.
Yes.
So she moved me to her neighborhood, set me up in a really nice house, and it was her mom and I would give me an allowance every month to help me support myself until I find a job in a new area. Little did they know they're now enabling me even more. I had no motivation to look for a job because now I have somebody taking care of the
At
food.
the end of the month,
Yeah, I didn't need to
your
work.
bills will be taken care of.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
So it comes to 3 months, and Dana is asking, my friend Dana is asking me, you haven't found a job yet? I said, no, I haven't found anything.
You didn't look
But
for a job.
I wasn't looking because there was no motivation for me to change.
Sure.
So then she said, okay, I have a friend who can give you a part-time sales job while you're figuring out your job situation. And, he hired me to do sales. And then sales are commission driven. You set your own schedule, right?
Yes.
So I would go out on a sales call, but no. And then we used to come in for meetings once a week on a Monday. So I behave myself Monday after the meeting. Off I go. Yeah, off I go. And then, sadly, I got another seizure. But this time I was in the office by the grace of God. I wasn't driving or somewhere. I had a sales call to go to. So I was going to print documents to go sign up a new customer, a new client.
Yeah.
But before that happened, I got another seizure.
You fall.
Yeah, in front of my computer. And I was rushed to the emergency room. And from that point, my friend Dana says, I'm done with you. So I went for treatment. I went to a rehab. And, she kept communicating with me. But after I got out of rehab, after 3 months, she says, I never want to see you again. So that was the end of our friendship. And till today, she hasn't talked to me. It's been over 7 years.
Would you not make her know that you recovered?
She doesn't care. I think, she was really hurt by my behavior. I mean, she relocated me, even got me a job, so that I can support myself. But I think she doesn't understand it's a disease. I had no control over it. In my recovery, we use a 12-step program called Alcoholics Anonymous. And in that process, we do write amends. So I've written her amends, but she won't accept it. Her mother accepted it because I did an amend to the mother, who's the one who was giving me the money for my maintenance. So she accepted my amends, and she's happy. I'm doing what I'm doing. But my best friend still won't talk to me. That happens. It's expected. But
one day she will understand.
Yes, I hope so. Yeah, so that's why I feel, I'm really passionate about helping people because I know, because in the end, I'm telling you, Beatrice, I did not want to drink.
You didn't?
I did not want to drink. I prayed, I said, God, please, just for today, help me not pick up a drink.
How did you start drinking? You just woke up one morning and...
No, it started just as a social drink. I used to work and we go happy hour with my friends. Yeah, and it was okay.
Yes.
But when I crossed that invisible line, I think it was a combination of being able to afford it myself and also an abusive relationship. I suffered some domestic violence because the father of our children, he was very violent. So that kind of accelerated.
You resorted to drinking.
Yeah, because I don't want to feel the pain.
Drinking.
I don't want to feel the pain from the abuse. Sure. And then, he also abused the children. But it kept me in that cycle. As long as I drank, everything was okay. Everything was okay. Yeah.
So, Monica, how can one tell that is an addict?
When the most important thing, regardless whether it's sleeping, eating, going to work, if that takes the back seat and only the drink resolves their issues, then that's when you know that you've crossed that line and you're becoming an addict, because we place the drink above everything else. Including food, sleeping, even work. children, if you have any
Even
family.
bathing.
Yeah. Everything else becomes less important, and
sure.
just getting that drink. When your mind all the time, all you're thinking about is where you're going
Is
to get the
drinking.
next one, then that's when you know that you've crossed that line. It's called
sure.
crossing the invisible line.
So today, Monica, if I come to you and you discover that I'm an addict, what is the first thing that you do?
We do an assessment. First, we talk to you about what it is, if you've identified any triggers, and then if you're willing to dig deep, because there's some underlying issue that causes one to, drink or use whatever substance. Drinking is not the only thing people use. People do other destructive behaviors like gambling, sex, shopping, all those to mask an emotion that they don't want to deal with. So when you tell us you're ready to dig deep and figure out what it is that makes you want to hide a feeling, an emotion, then we enroll you here. Then we assign you a therapist or a counselor of your own choosing, and then we engage you in education. We educate you on the different causes of addiction. Some of them are childhood trauma, right, and or unprocessed grief or loss, or just financial issues. Anything that you use or anything you feel is making your life unmanageable. We help you work through it. While you're here with us 3 months, we identify the issue, we give you tools and coping skills, because life is still going to happen at the end of the day, but you don't have to drink over or use over anything that comes your way. So we do what's called living life on life's terms and being okay with it. Yeah.
So now that is how you monitor the process.
Yeah. Okay, so we start the first 30 days. What we're doing is healing your body and your mind. Scientifically, it's been proven that it takes 21 days for your body to develop new cells. So when you're in here without substances, obviously we are clearing your whole system of the debris brought about by your use. And then when the new cells are coming in, we're introducing new habits to you. So the first one is to make your bed every day. And I'll walk you through our facility. You see how our clients keep their rooms very neat.
Yeah, sure.
You wake up in the morning, make your bed. Simple as that. Yeah, right? So we teach you good eating habits. Okay, you need to have your breakfast when it's breakfast time. When you have lunch, at lunchtime.
Right.
And then at dinner. And then have a structured sleep pattern. Like sleep and go to bed every single day, the same time. And then we have routine.
It's 9.
Yeah. And then we have a routine of exercise.
Yes.
We have yoga, and you will participate in that shortly.
Yes.
And then
that's why we are dressed like this, guys.
yeah, we're going to do some deep breathing and stretches, to help relax your whole mind and body and soul. So that's the first month. We're just really working on your body, introducing new habits. And then you start feeling now you're good, you don't have any substances, you don't have any chemicals, and you have now new ways of thinking with new cells coming in. Then the second month, we're equipping you with the tools. Because the first month, even though we are clearing your body of all the garbage you have in it, we're still incorporating lessons like about the disease, social skills, about your occupation, about family, and also spirituality. So by the second month, now we are focusing on these skills. So whatever we introduce, now it's up to you to start using those skills, and then we observe you.
Yes.
We observe how you're utilizing these skills.
Yeah, sure.
And then on the third month, we're working on the discharge. How will you be maintaining what you've learned here?
When you get out of
here.
when
you leave, how will you utilize all the skills we've given you?
Yeah, sure.
And what is your support system? How does that look like? We get your family members in here, we educate them, and then we encourage them to join their own recovery group.
So you take the addicts through, together with the family members, you take them through?
Yeah, the family members, we have a family session, because you'll be surprised how much the family influences the behavior of an addict. The family's members sometimes are the ones who push them into addiction, because when they make a small mistake, and every time they do something, that mistake is brought up. So keeping the addict in the disease.
Yeah.
So we will introduce a new person to them, a person who has gone through recovery, so this is a new person that you're getting, your old way of communicating has to go,
Yeah, sure.
right? So they learn that through a program called Al-Anon.
Al-Anon.
Al-Anon, yeah. That's for family members on how to deal with their loved ones. They also do a 12-step program in Al-Anon if they take it seriously. They're required to work 12 steps with a sponsor, the same way the addicts do.
I see.
Yeah, I have a sponsor. She's in the US. And I check in with her even after 7 years. I check in with her every week.
You keep giving him or her reports.
Yeah.
Your progress
Yeah,
reports.
yeah. It's a life journey.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then I
Like-
also have a sponsee. She does the same thing. She checks in with me. She's still new. She has 6 months. So with her, she checks in with me every day. But
That
for me,
today, that these today
Yeah,
my
this-
day was like this and
yeah,
like this and like
yeah.
this. Aha.
and then we're working through the 12 steps together. So when she finishes those, then she'll also get a sponsee. So it's like we keep helping each other. So my sponsor helped me. I'm helping somebody else, and her name is Nisa. And when she's completed, she'll sign. She'll help somebody else. So we all help each other, and that's what the program is all about. It's one addict helping another one to get recovery.
Guys, don't go away. We'll continue with this beautiful story. We are taking a break. We're going to do yoga a little bit. We're going. She's taking us through. That's why we are dressed like this, by the way. Follow us. Don't go away.
Down to a trapeze. Dog. Come back to a downward facing dog again, and this time round we are going to walk our feet towards our legs. This time round we are going to walk our feet karibu na mikono zetu, and let's bend. This is called a forward fold. Drop heavily, yeah, and slightly fold your knees. I mean, just bend your knees slightly. Yeah. So I want you to touch your opposite elbows with your hands. Touch your opposite elbows. Touch your opposite elbows with your hands, still bending. Good job. Position, I want you to come up slowly, vertebrae by vertebrae, slowly, and I want your head to be the last part of your body to be raised up. Alright. Slowly, don't be in a rush. Alright. Hold on to it and press that heel. So this will give you balance and flexibility. So keep on breathing. Keep breathing in, yeah. Just concentrate on your breath. You can do it. Yes. Yeah. Yeah. So I don't want you to drop that leg. So what I want you to do is take it back slowly and place your hands like that into an amen and drop down straight. Alright, that's enough. Come back and take the leg down. That's it. So we are going to do the same thing to the other side. Fold that left leg and raise it up. Interlock your fingers and press that leg close to your chest. Yeah? Good. Yes, concentrate on your breath. Yeah? So this time round we are going to take the leg. Don't drop the leg. If you can, don't. Take the leg back straight and place your arms at your heart. Beautiful. Just come back up. Concentrating on your breath. Good job. Good job. That's it. Alright, so let's breathe in and release. Breathe in and out.
Now, Monica, during your sessions or the process that you are going through, I'm sure you have had an addict who is a woman, of course.
Yeah.
Is there a difference, or an addict is an addict?
An addict is an addict. They'll tell you the same old story, because nobody wants to accept. Most of them come here, they're like, no, I don't have that problem. But again, addiction is not the issue. So that's why I'm saying an addict is an addict, because that's not the issue.
Yes.
Addiction is not the issue. The issue is why. Why do you feel you have to self-medicate to the extent of oblivion?
Sure.
Why can't you stop when you want to stop? So we work on the core issue, the underlying issue of why they feel they have to self-medicate.
Sure.
Yeah.
What about recovery? Do a woman recover much faster than a man?
Yeah, absolutely.
Or it
Women do.
depends?
But for the most part, women do, because women have no problem sharing, talking to somebody else about their issue.
That I started drinking because of this.
Yeah. Yeah.
But a man would.
My own will say,
anakufa
no,
nayo.
I don't have a problem. When you
It's you who is telling me.
That's right. I don't have an issue. What are you
Yeah.
talking about?
I'm only drinking.
Yeah.
That's it.
It's only to unwind, to relax, whatever.
I'm having fun.
They're more in denial.
I don't even know why these people bring me here. Sure. So you find that a woman would recover faster
Yeah.
because of acceptance.
They're willing. Yeah, they're willing to talk
Yeah.
if something is bothering
Yeah,
them, if they're
sure.
struggling with something. But for the most part, men feel I can handle this. There's no way I'm talking to another man.
Sure.
Who am I talking to, by the way? Like,
Why should I?
I don't know. I don't
mean,
feel like men have that connection of intimacy with another guy, like
Yeah,
telling them their innermost secret.
And worse still, you can't give him a woman.
Yeah. So, but another lady, a best friend, they will tell them
Yeah,
their
they'll
innermost
tell them.
secrets.
Yeah, sure.
Knowing that that person will keep it there, even though some women though,
Sure.
you don't want to tell them your top secrets, because then it will be hard in the next town.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Now, Monica, there's someone watching you right now who is helpless, who doesn't know that, or maybe they have discovered that they are sick and they don't know what to do. What can you tell them?
They don't know what to do, but they've discovered that they're sick.
Yes.
The best thing is to give me a call, and let's find out
Yes.
how we can assist them. And it's not a shame. Nobody needs to be ashamed because
Sure.
they drink too much, or people tell them they behave in a certain way. It's nothing to be ashamed of, and let's normalize addiction.
Yeah, sure.
It's just a disease, a fatal disease, like any other. Since when you started, you said it's killing a lot of people, intelligent people who don't know what to do.
Yeah,
It's
sure.
because they feel stigmatized or they feel ashamed, and there's nothing to be ashamed of. I'm a recovering alcoholic, and I say I'm actually a grateful recovering alcoholic because my design of living today is like no other. I've never experienced such bliss and peace of mind and just pure joy in living.
I think acceptance is the beginning of everything.
Exactly right.
And then there is another person watching you who has a sick person. Do we say a sick person? Are these people sick? An addict. Are they sick?
Well, they actually, let's say, incapacitated.
Incapacitated.
Yeah, because
That's
they do
the
not
right
make.
word.
Yeah, they do not make the right decisions.
Yeah, sure. Now, somebody's watching you. They have this person in the house, either a spouse, a daughter or a son, a friend or a relative. How do you approach? How are they going to approach these addicts so that they accept to see you or another counselor?
Yeah. The best thing is through a best friend.
Yes.
Most of the time, addicts do not want to hear from their family members about their disease. They won't listen. They'll be in denial. But a best friend can approach them and say, I'm really concerned about what you're doing or what is happening after you do certain things. And then they can point out exactly what happens when they drink. the damage they cause in a loving way.
Yes.
But then this is a trusted best friend.
Not just any friend.
No, your family member is the last person to tell an addict that they have a problem.
Yeah,
Because
sure.
then that way they'll say, I have a problem, I'll show you.
I'll show you.
I'll show you.
Yeah, sure.
And they drink even more. So it's best to go with a best friend.
Okay.
Yeah, somebody they trust.
Sure.
Yeah.
So now when they approach so that they accept to see you first or any other counselor.
Yeah.
Now, Monica, there are people, I heard you said, but I didn't want to interrupt you before, that there are family members who enable
Yeah.
these people without
Yeah.
them knowing.
Yeah.
Can you tell us how, maybe I'm an enabler and I don't know,
Yeah.
how do I know that I'm enabling?
The way you know you're an enabler is when you do something for your loved one, when they're incapacitated, that they can do themselves.
Something like?
Like say, call in sick for them because you can see they're drunk, so they're not able to get up.
Yeah.
You call the office and say, he's sick, he cannot
He
come
can't
to work
come.
today.
Excuse him today.
Yeah. Why would
Ah.
you do that? That's enabling because then you're allowing them to sleep
Yeah.
and they won't have to go to work. You already reported that they're sick. You don't do anything for them that they themselves can do. Yeah, that's how you know that you're enabling. When you're doing something that they are capable of doing,
Of
but you're
doing
doing it for them.
For them.
Yeah,
All right.
yeah.
So that's it. Now, how can these people reach you? Because I know after watching this, they would want to know how can we get to simply connect and meet Monica.
You would call us on 0777, so 3 sevens, 8000, 62 or 63. So that's 0777 8000 63 or 62. And we're here to help. We are open 24 hours a day. In fact, the 62 number is a 24-hour hotline, so
Yes.
you can reach us 24 hours a day.
Sure.
Yeah.
Thank you, Monica, for having us. You
You're
are doing a
welcome.
wonderful job.
Thank
May
you.
God bless you for that.
Thank
you know,
you.
it's a calling. It's not a job that you are doing.
And yeah, I feel that way too because I would do it for free.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
It's only that you need some resources.
Yeah,
to
so I can
run
pay
it.
for the services.
Yeah.
Yes,
Otherwise,
exactly.
when God bless you one day,
Yeah.
surely
Yeah.
beyond here. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
You've been
It's my
watch-
pleasure.
Yeah, sure. You've been watching Chapter Jiri Show, guys. We are at Simply Connect, the only place you can run to when you can't do anything else. Come and meet Monica. So, Monica,
Yes.
we would like to see, we've done Zumba,
Yoga. Yes.
Take us through your facility. Let's see what happens.
Okay. Sure. Just
Sure.
come along with me.
Yeah.
And I'll walk you through the entire facility.
And until next time, bye-bye. Bye.
So I will walk you through our facility.
Yeah.
Once you enter, you come through the gate. We take you to the office and we do what's called an assessment
Yes.
to determine whether or not you're a fit for a program or what your level of motivation is to change and to stop addiction and to get help.
Yes.
If you agree, then we go through an assessment, assign you a counselor, and then we walk you through to go to the building where we start with a patio. And on the patio, we do artwork and drama therapy. And clients also sit there if they just want to have a view of the lake in a quiet space where there are no bugs or anything. So they sit on the patio. And then we have the conference room where we start with the morning meditation. And we also end with evening reflection. And during morning meditation, we use readings or clips from different pages of the big book of Alcoholics Anonymous, which is a book that contains the 12 steps of recovery. And then in the morning, we set goals for the day, individual goals for that particular day.
Yes.
And then in the evening, as we're doing the evening reflection, which is usually after supper at about 9 p.m., we go through the day and we tell about our goals and whether or not we achieved them. And if we didn't achieve our goals, what was the issue? Is there something that we are blocking? Is there an issue that we're not telling our therapist? So it's really a check-in for the evening. and then we read from one of the recovery books called As Bill Sees It for the day. So today is the 18th. They'll read page 18 of As Bill Sees It, and gives a little bit more insight tied to the readings of the morning. And then we have our bedrooms for the men. They're the first sections of the rooms. Each bedroom has a shower and a toilet. And then in the middle, we have the dining area. And then on the right side of the building from this side is the ladies' room, the ladies' section. And then we have a kitchen, huge kitchen where clients are allowed to do some cooking once a week on a Sunday. They pick a meal together, and then they cook together with the chef, and they also do their own cleanup. And then next is a room where we have laundry. We teach clients how to hand wash their clothes. So in case they have a maid who decides they're on strike, they're self-sufficient. So they know how to cook, they can fix a meal. And these are nice, 3-course, well-balanced meals. And then next to the laundry room is the reception area, which is where we first receive guests. And we use that same area for as a reception, waiting bay or something like that. Yeah. And then on the far corner, we have our fitness studio, which is where we'll do yoga. Yoga is twice a week. It's Mondays and Wednesdays. And then Zumba is on Tuesdays. And on Thursdays, we have aerobics. So we welcome people to sign up so that way we know how many people, because it's usually good to have more than one person attending a session. And then we have obviously the grounds, which we keep as clean as we can, remove all the weeds. And we have clients participating in gardening on Mondays, from 9 to 10 or 9:30 to 10, so that we can teach them how to nurture our environment, show them how to do some gardening. And in fact, we encourage them before they leave to plant either a tree or something so that they can come back. So they can come back, invite them to come and check to see how it's doing.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, it's a motivation to have them keep coming back, because we do allow them to come on Sundays for an AA meeting. We have an in-house AA meeting, Alcoholics Anonymous meeting. And we invite the alumni, people who have completed the program, to come and share with the current residents.
And
then
and now I'm here.
And share how they're doing.
Yes.
So
that is Simply Connect.
Out of Africa by
Baba.
the sea.
By the sea.